think it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Hey guys, Damian here. Welcome to my Swordfish II Corvette showcase. This Corvette is a bit different, because it's my first ship built entirely on Blender. This means there will be no video tutorial on how to build it in-game, but I'll have some links and info for you to download it via Service Bot or install it manually. If you're not familiar with the Service Bot or how to manually install ships in your game, I'll have some material to help you out. Maybe not right when this video is released, but a few days after it. My main goal with this design was to build a faithful version of this iconic ship from Cowboy Bebop that could fit well in the No Man's Sky universe, but above all, I wanted it to be a one-to-one scale of the reference. Once I found out some folks were designing custom cockpits, I had to give it a try too. Because I've always wanted a Swordfish, but I really wanted it to be a one-to-one scale and not an incredibly oversized one like I've seen in other places. Unfortunately, there is no way to make it in-game, so I had to learn Blender and learn how to make custom Corvettes so I could design the ship, okay? Now let's go to the ship review to check out its specs. You're going to notice I try not to make this ship overpowered in any way, but to keep its specs close to the original. So it's a pretty specialized ship focused mainly in speed, maneuverability, and firepower, at least for a ship this size. Starting with the engine, I chose to use a triple stack of Kinostream thrusters to give it a lot of boost speed and boost maneuverability. You visually only see one thruster in the ship, but there are 3 stacked on top of each other, giving a nice strong ship trail and a heat distortion in the camera when you fly. For the reactors, the Swordfish has 3 Medusa-class reactors for even more maneuverability. These reactors are all merged inside the ship body, leaving only some piping visible. The ship has no additional reactors, meaning you won't have any improvement in shields, pull speed or efficiency, or jump range. Just like the source material, this Corvette is meant to be a small racing ship converted to a combat ship, with no real big capabilities for interstellar or interplanetary travel, so the lack of the other reactors is on purpose by design. As for the weapons, the Swordfish has 2 photon cannon arrays mounted, one on the tip of each wing, and also a triple stack of phase beam arrays mounted as the main cannon. I think this is a good representation of what's shown in the series. I actually was tempted to use infra knives instead of the photon cannons, but I ended up choosing them because they look a bit better in my opinion. I also thought about putting some missiles, but gave up because they're pretty situational even in the anime, and rarely used because they're too expensive. If you know, you know. And I think it's important to know too that, unfortunately, due to some game limitations, the weapon fire animation will go off from all of the weapon mounts instead of being faithful to where each module is. Meaning you'll see phase beams coming from the wings too, instead just the main cannon. There was nothing I could do to fix that. The cockpit was custom designed to match that bubble cockpit from the series. I used a scaled down viewing sphere to make the canopy, and other decorations like an oscilloscope and cylinders to mimic the ship consoles and handles. And also a technique explained by Taz MD on how to make custom cockpits. This technique used multiple hidden scaled down Corvette cockpits in the build. A link to that amazing material is in the video description. Since you don't have a usual cockpit, to board the ship you must jump on top of the wing, walk until you touch the ship body and then look towards the headlight. You'll then see the interaction reticle and you'll be able to board it. It's also important to know that since this is a custom cockpit, the first person view of the ship is compromised. The point of view will be sunk inside the pilot seat and you will have no user interface. So the ship is really only usable in third-person camera mode. And I guess you probably noticed already that this is a Corvette that has no interior. When you get out of the pilot seat, you end up standing on the ship headlight or wing. This is actually funny to do while pulse driving from one planet to another. Or maybe if you want some Silver Surfer vibes maybe. It's a really cool experience if you want some variety. Another nice thing you can do with this feature is scan the planet. Just put the autopilot on maintain current flight path and go around scanning everything from the wing of your ship. Really handy. But even without a functional interior, we still need a boarding ramp, otherwise we can't beam from our freighter to the Corvette when we land on it. To address that issue, I chose to use 2 scaled down Thunderbird class landing bays, one on each wingtip, mimicking the maintenance bays we can see on the Swordfish wings in some situations in the show. You can actually walk to the wings and interact with them, making them open and close for a fun play effect. To wrap up, let's talk about parts and missing features. The ship has a total of 88 Corvette parts and 97 decoration parts, which makes it extremely lightweight, having no problems at all with parts limit. It does not feature any of the common Corvette modules you would expect in a common Corvette. It does not have refiners, nutrition units, med bays or storage containers. This is all by design, guys. As I said before, I really wanted this to be a very specialized Corvette, so I chose to keep all of this out of the project on purpose. Since the ship actually has 3 scaled down cockpits to create this custom cockpit effect, you won't be able to change anything in the Corvette workshop because the game won't let you save it. But decorations and stickers work fine. You can still use them through the base editor interface with no problem. You can also recolor any part of your ship with no problem at all. And I guess one last thing worth noting is that this is a really tiny Corvette in size. It has the original Swordfish dimensions, and because of this, it can look a bit small when you're flying it. If you have access to mods, you can make the camera a bit closer to the ship and make it more interesting when you fly it. I will leave a link in the description with the camera mod I'm using and the specific settings for this Corvette so you can make it look a bit better. And that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed my new ship. There will probably be more Corvettes like this one on the channel. And who knows, maybe even a series of tutorials teaching you how to create your own ships in Blender. Let me know in the comments section if you want something like this. I think it would be a cool experience for us. If you guys are interested in flying the Swordfish, check the video description and the pinned comment below the video to see if I've posted the download instructions and install instructions already. It should be available a few days after I release this video. If it's not there, leave a comment saying you want it and I will contact you back once it's available. I will also post updates on this on my Discord server, also available in the video description. And that's it, guys. Did you like the Swordfish? Leave a comment for me in the video description with your thoughts. I love chatting with you guys here, my great friends that share this spaceship enthusiasm with me. And if you like this video, of course, I humbly ask you to leave a like because this really helps the channel to grow. And if you've been enjoying my content so far, please consider also subscribing to the channel. I hope I can bring more Blender Corvettes for you guys and also non-Blender Corvettes, okay? And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.